want to get the consumer while they're still car shopping before they've moved on to the next thing.
Anyone who leads their leads over 30 minutes, that is a cold lead. Glenn.
Welcome back, Craig.
Welcome back, Glenn. So, Glenn, how was your summer?
Oh, it's been a long, hot summer.
Were you here for the long, hot summer?
Like we'll talk about in another episode, I was here for a lot of the summer. I did get a few breaks for a weekend or a week here and there, but generally here.
Very good.
How about you?
Yeah, I did. I escaped for a couple of weeks, which is great fun. But I have to say, I like being here in the summer. But I know we're talking about the summer in another podcast, so let's hold that conversation. But I think from a business point of view, I'm very glad the summer is over. I'm glad that we're back.
Yep.
I'm glad that the roads are packed and customers are out there buying. So today we're going to talk about WhatsApp. Have you ever used the app?
How do you spell that?
You know, it's funny. I've been here for 7 years. I forget how ingrained WhatsApp is into the Middle East.
You couldn't live without it.
You literally couldn't
Not a
live without
day.
it. And I remember when I first came over here, how surprised I was when everyone wanted to do everything via WhatsApp. So when I spoke to the estate agent, they wanted to deal with WhatsApp. The car dealer wanted to do with WhatsApp. And I, coming from the UK, I wasn't using WhatsApp that much.
Well, I get confused. I go to the States and no one's on WhatsApp. They're all iMessaging me.
Yeah.
I actually have my SMSs silenced on my phone. I have them turned off because nobody sends me an SMS.
No. The only one is the police. The police send me an SMS.
Yeah, I'm happy to leave them silenced as well.
But apart from that, nothing else. By the way, that's police for speeding fines, nothing else. But the I went to it's Auto's Buzz, which is a big automotive classified conference each year. Very good conference. Well,
in Europe.
In Europe, yeah. And we had what they're called these expert tables where you have people sitting around talking about particular areas of development. And the one area that I was on with was WhatsApp.
Okay.
And very few, if any, of the European classified automotive sites had WhatsApp on it.
I think it's so market specific. You go to Asia as well, and it's WeChat. No one's doing WhatsApp. It is very market specific.
Yeah. I love WeChat, to be fair. I remember the first time going to China and just realizing that everything was literally in one app. Payment, social, business, LinkedIn, everything was just stuck together. Very simple. So what we're going to talk about today is WhatsApp. Now, look, everyone knows who's here, how important WhatsApp is to business.
Yep.
But it's especially important to car dealers' business. And I think this is probably one of the biggest challenges in the automotive industry for lead management. Because it's hard work. It's a lot of effort, qualifying leads, managing leads, responding to leads through WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be really good if we spoke about that today.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Now, I gave a quiz last time to you on the luxury and premium market, which you did very well at. You did very and I think it was our most watched podcast. So let's do it again. So I'm going to ask you some other quizzy things. So look, we know, well, maybe you didn't know, but WhatsApp is the most downloaded app in the UE.
Yes.
So you probably knew that.
Yes. Correct. You're meant to be asking me the questions, not the answers. Though.
That was a simple one. So how many monthly active users globally do you think there are on WhatsApp?
I would say 1.2 billion.
I would say 3 billion.
Wow.
3 billion active.
50% or 25. What was that? 30% of the world?
Something like that.
Yeah, it'd have to be almost 50% of the connected world.
Pretty big.
Yeah, it's huge.
How many daily messages is WhatsApp handling?
Daily messages, 15 billion.
100 billion daily messages. I mean, these numbers are just off the charts. 7 billion daily voice messages. 853 million Indian users. 98 million US users. I know you said about using iMessage, but there's still 98 million. And 50% of those are daily users. The daily opening rate is 83%. So these things, not only are they being delivered, they are being opened
Yeah.
It's it's just no. I mean, I remember when Zuckerberg bought this,
WhatsApp.
and I thought that's a crazy deal, but he was so right. This platform is bonkers.
Only paid 13 billion or something.
I know, which at the time you're thinking, how does that work? But my God. Anyway, enough about this. So we know how powerful it is, and we know how powerful it is here. The challenge now is how do you make it work for your business, and how do you capitalize on it,
Mm.
and how well are the car dealers doing it? So, I mean, have you any experience over here working with car dealers on WhatsApp?
Well, I mean, I think for car dealers, they need to go where the consumers are. And as you've just shown us through those numbers, it's how consumers want to communicate. I know for me, it's how I want to communicate with a car dealer. I want to do it on WhatsApp
Mm.
because that's the app I'm on every day. So yeah, of course, I've communicated with the service department on WhatsApp. I've sent inquiries on WhatsApp. And you have varying degrees of success.
Yeah, yeah. What's the good stuff you've seen from your usage of WhatsApp on with dealers?
Well, I think the thing that everyone wants is they want a quick reply, if not instant, 15, 20 minutes, not a day. A day is too long. People have a now expectation. That's the first thing. Secondly, I think people don't want to go through to a call center who says, I'm going to check that and come back to you. They want to go straight through to someone with the answers. If you inquire on a car, when I inquire on cars that I want to buy, I want to speak to somebody who's got the answers about that car. I don't want to speak to a call center who's going to check with the sales rep tomorrow and come back to me.
Yeah,
So I think speed of response, getting the information, and just professionalism.
yeah, yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah, look, I totally agree. It was funny actually. Over the weekend, I was a bit bored, so I created some car leads to test our dealers to see how fast they were at responding, as you do.
Did you buy any cars?
I did not this weekend. No, no, maybe next weekend. And I also wanted to get my car washed, so I sent a lead to a car washing company at the same time. And by the time the car wash company had come back, confirmed the package, taken the payment, did the booking, I'd got my first response from a car dealer, right? So a car wash company that charged me, I don't know, 90 dirhams to come out and clean my car
Hmm.
was faster than someone who I was inquiring on a 500,000 dirham car.
Yeah.
So, and I think, for car dealers to think, it's okay, it's my car, I can get back to this consumer when I want. From our analysis, half the leads that we create on our platform, those leads are shared with other dealers for other similar cars.
Yeah.
So only half the leads we create are unique to that car. The
Yeah.
rest of them, consumers are inquiring on average for 5 different cars.
So one consumer will send 5 leads for the car
One
they're
will
trying to
send
buy.
exactly.
So off the bat, you're only in with a 20% chance.
Exactly. And to your point, you're exactly right. It's a race, right?
Yeah.
It's a race. And in fact, I'm so passionate about this because I think this is one of the game changers for the car market. And we'll talk about how AI could also, well, AI will be a big part of this change, but even just operating the basics will improve the lead quality the dealer gets dramatically,
Yeah.
right? And never mind actually just improving the lead quality from the so they get it, but also the ability to re-engage leads that they had 30 days ago, 60 days ago, 90 days ago, right? And bringing them back into the sales funnel, which WhatsApp is bad at. It's
Yeah.
not set up to do that.
Yeah.
Dealers have to then think about that as part of their processes. So actually, I've written a playbook.
Oh, perfect.
Dum, dum, dum.
Excellent.
And if you check the link below, you can click on and download it. It's applicable to any business, not just car dealers.
Great. Right. What's in the playbook, Craig?
Well, I'm so glad you asked that question. You actually said it yourself without reading my playbook, which is impressive. So the golden rule is speed wins.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the number one priority: speed, 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 speed. Now we have been pushing a metric around within 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Is the optimal time to respond to a WhatsApp lead, and I got that actually from the conference that I went to earlier this year. I then actually spoke to the head of CRM for Aston Martin, who said actually it's 8 minutes. That they've
Yeah.
done further analysis that within 8 minutes, consumers are still in that buying online mode and are approachable for response.
I was just about to say, you want to get the consumer while they're still car shopping before they've
Exactly.
moved on to the next thing.
If you look at it from an e-commerce perspective, which I think car dealers have to say they're competing the same way e-commerce would be.
Yeah.
It's actually a response within 2 minutes, right? So even if that's an automated response,
Yeah.
even if that is "Thank you so much for your lead. We appreciate your business. Someone will get back to you."
Yeah.
That initial, I recognize you've sent me a lead. I sent a few leads at the weekend, got nothing back initially.
You know what I love? I love the automated system that says this company typically responds within, because at least it set my expectation. If
Yeah,
it says 24 hours, I know.
yeah.
I know. Or if it says 3 minutes, I know as well.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And look, we all recognize it's a challenge, and for some dealers that are creating thousands of leads, you have to have an automated system that at
Yeah.
least recognizes, boom, you're important to me, customer. The golden rule with e-commerce is never exceed 5 minutes without a reply.
Yep.
And their view, this is the latest analysis that I've picked up, is leads older than 30 minutes are cold,
Yeah. I would agree.
right?
Yep.
So anyone who leaves their leads over 30 minutes, that is a cold lead. So we actually track all of our WhatsApp leads. We know how fast people respond, and we know how many responded to. 40% of the leads we generate are not responded to by car dealers. So that's a chance. So 40% of the money being spent is wasted because we
Yeah.
don't even respond to those leads. When we first did the actual tracking was 18 hours was the average response time. 18 hours was the average response time. We've worked hard with our dealers, and our dealers have responded to this. We're now at 4 hours.
Okay. It's a big improvement.
Massive improvement. But if 30 minutes you're cold, then on average, the majority of the leads our dealers are handling have turned to cold.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the problem.
yeah. And it's also hard because a lot of people car shop late at night here when dealers are closed.
Yeah. Which is where AI can kick in now, right? And
Absolutely.
AI
Yeah.
can carry that conversation. It
Yeah.
can do some of the work. Because let's be honest, when you're looking to buy a car, when you make initial when we do the analysis, the first question the consumer asks is what? What do you think?
Is it still available?
Yay, boom, tick, right? That doesn't need a human to say that. As
No.
long as your inventory is up to date,
Yep.
AI can respond and say, absolutely, the car is available, blah,
Yep.
blah, 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 blah. And then they want some help, right? Because then they're either asking about the spec of the car, they're confirming some of the details. There's a little bit of research they want before they think about the test drive. AI can handle the majority
For sure. Yeah.
of those. So I think definitely, and we can see that. We can see some of our dealers are investing in that technology and are starting to do that. And I don't have any data yet to see what that looks like in terms of results, but I know that from the good dealers that we deal with, they are all implementing
Yep.
these kind
Absolutely.
of procedures. I think also thinking from a dealer's point of view is what metrics are you using to track WhatsApp performance? So what, have you got a scorecard? The dealer's listening in. Have you got a scorecard that you look at every day to say,
Yeah.
did we respond in 1 minute? Did we respond in 2 minutes? How many did we get to in 30 minutes? How many were over 30 minutes?
How many appointments booked?
Exactly. And then the conversion rate off the back of that.
Yeah.
But even just tracking, did we actually speak to the customers to start with?
Yeah.
Um, I'm yet to see many dealers operate and think about those. They're the new metrics that dealers need to think about within their showroom.
Yeah.
And then I think, once you've got that process right in terms of engaging with them quickly, facilitating as best you can, ensuring that you're dealing with them within 5 minutes, definitely managing them within 30 minutes. If you don't do a deal, what is the process you have as a dealer to re-engage that lead?
Yeah.
Have
That's
you seen any of that in your world in terms of dealers doing that well or?
Yeah, well, I think there needs to be an ongoing follow-up again the next day, 2 days later, because these consumers typically don't just disappear. They're still out shopping. And again, as you said, the AI solutions are starting to do that, but also the good salespeople also do that, and the good dealerships also do that. And I think the key to that is putting the leads into the CRM system.
Yeah.
If they're in the CRM, they're followed up, you have a follow-up schedule linked to every contact that comes in. That should all be automated and part of the standard flow at the dealership.
Yeah. No, definitely. And you're absolutely right. And I think, I'm still seeing a lot of dealers operating WhatsApp management through their mobile phone.
Yeah.
So therefore, there's no visibility from the dealership management.
Yeah, exactly.
No one, no, it's a black box.
Yeah.
We do provide that data. At least we can say how fast you responded, and how many leads you didn't respond to. But in terms of the quality, I think that's Another interesting thing as part of the playbook is actually speed does beat quality in the first instance. So don't
Yes.
worry about being a perfectionist to start off with.
Yeah.
Um, and also over here, voice notes they do actually deliver a level of trust
Yeah.
because you start to hear the person speak. So I think, you know, dealers should start thinking about how do they incorporate voice notes into their response mechanisms, because then you can hear the person and you get a bit of trust. It's not just a little text message flying backwards and forwards.
Yeah, well, of course, you can even go one step further and you can do a selfie walk around of the car, and if they've asked about the sunroof, show them the sunroof and do all of those things.
Yeah.
And that's sort of at one end of the spectrum, and you've got at the other end of the spectrum the people who aren't responding to the lead. So I think there's a lot you can do here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I just think the nice thing about WhatsApp is it's so trackable
Yeah.
and so measurable.
Yep.
We can now see the inefficiency and the opportunity in the marketplace. And now we want dealers really to jump on the back of this and make the most of it, because this this is a war now. This is a war for there's an oversupply of vehicles in this marketplace.
Yep.
Every dealer is competing for consumer attention, and what consumers want is speed. They want professionalism, they want trust and transparency, and if you're not responding within the timeframes they want, you're out the game. Doesn't matter how good your cars are.
Yeah.
If you're not responding in the timeframe a customer wants, you're out of the game. So how do you think we create this, apart from my playbook, which obviously is gonna change the world, Glenn, how else do we create this urgency in the dealer and this professionalism in the marketplace to deal with this?
Well, I think, as you said, it's a combination of technology and process, making sure you've got the technology in place, whether that's an AI solution, whether that's just like a centralized CRM or a centralized WhatsApp, and just get started. Get started today, because every day dealers wait is a day they're losing leads to their competitors who are getting this right. So I think dealers have to get started. They have to look, and it's a combination of processes and technology. And if they work on those things, they will definitely see the results.
Yeah, look, I totally agree. I think the only thing I'd add to that is obviously the metrics as well.
Yep.
So it's process, it's technology, and it's metrics.
Yep.
If you're a sales manager or an owner listening into this podcast, what metrics are you looking at a daily basis to ensure these WhatsApp leads are being managed correctly by your sales organization? And look, and if they're not and you need help, do speak to DubiCars or do speak to Algorithm, because we are passionate about this and we see a huge opportunity. So and also download Playbook, because that's going to help you immensely. And we will be running seminars on this as well, because I think it's going to take a massive effort to see improvements for WhatsApp tracking in this industry.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Craig. I'll see you next time.
Cheers, Glenn. See you
Thanks.
later. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.